Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among the rolling hills and lush green forests, there lived a wise old man. He was known far and wide for his vast knowledge, sound advice, and insightful guidance. The villagers would seek his counsel on everything from farming and agriculture to love and relationships. The wise old man was not a wealthy man, but he was content with his life. He had a modest home on the outskirts of the village and spent his days tending to his garden, reading books, and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. He had a kind heart and was always willing to help those in need. One day, a young man from the village came to seek the wise old man's advice. The young man had just inherited a large sum of money from his father and was unsure of what to do with it. He was tempted to squander it all on frivolous things like fancy cars and expensive vacations, but knew that wasn't the right thing to do. The wise old man listened to the young man's woes and then gave him a piece of advice that would change his life forever. He said, "My dear young man, wealth is not measured by how much money you have but by how you use it. Instead of spending it on temporary pleasures, why don't you invest it in something that will bring you long-term benefits? Start a business, create something of value, and use your money to help others." The young man was inspired by the wise old man's words and decided to take his advice. He invested his inheritance in a small business that he had always been passionate about and worked hard to make it successful. Over time, his business grew, and he became a respected member of the community. He used his wealth to help others, donating to charity and helping those in need. The wise old man's advice had not only helped the young man become successful but had also taught him an important lesson about life. He realized that true wealth lay not in material possessions but in the joy of helping others and making a difference in the world. As time went on, more and more people from the village came to seek the wise old man's advice. He became a beloved figure in the community, known for his compassion, wisdom, and kind heart. He would spend hours listening to people's problems and offering guidance and support. One day, a group of villagers came to the wise old man with a problem that seemed impossible to solve. They had been plagued by a terrible drought for many months, and their crops were withering away. They had tried everything they could think of, but nothing seemed to work. The villagers were desperate for help. The wise old man listened carefully to the villagers' concerns and then went into deep thought. After some time, he emerged with a solution. He suggested that they dig a large well in the center of the village, deep enough to reach the underground water supply. The villagers were skeptical, as digging a well would require a lot of hard work and resources. But the wise old man assured them that it was the only way to save their crops and their village. The villagers decided to trust the wise old man and began to work on the well. It was a grueling task, and many times they wanted to give up. But the wise old man was always there to encourage them and offer guidance. After many months of hard work, they finally reached the underground water supply, and the well was complete. The well not only saved the village from the drought but also brought the community closer together. The villagers had worked together to achieve a common goal, and they felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. The wise old man's wisdom had once again helped them overcome a seemingly impossible challenge. As the years went by, the wise old man grew.